Tom Britt.
Steve
and
King.
With Mr. King, of course. And where are we, Mr. King?
We're at, we're in Geist still, because this is Geist Radio.
Right.
But we're with the Mud Creek Players this
We're
evening.
on the set of the Mud Creek Players, and they're actually doing their last dress rehearsal tonight for Love, Sex, and the IRS.
What a combination.
It got my curiosity.
Mine too.
And we're also with the director, Stephanie Richardson. Stephanie has agreed to kind of introduce the cast to us. Now, Steph, before you do
she
that...
didn't really agree.
Well, okay, we roped her into it. We offered not to get her any coffee if she didn't go on with us.
Correct.
So what's your background? How did you get into Mud Creek, and how did you direct this?
Well, I've always been fascinated with theater. Butler was graduating there with English and theater, so I've always had a strong interest. And I lived not too far away, found out that they had something called RATS, which is for little children's theater, and I thought, oh, well, I'll try that out, see if there's something for me to do, and I found out they did plays. Right. And so I joined right away, and I found out I got to direct. I had all these opportunities that I wouldn't be able to do pretty much anywhere else, and this is my second play.
Your second?
Congratulations.
Second. Well, so I'm like a sophomore.
Yeah.
And you're what? You're in your late 50s, right? I mean, you look really old, like you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
I try to moisturize, but it's pretty hard.
Second career.
You look good for 50.
Thank you.
Steph's going to show us around. Steph, why don't you introduce the cast? And I understand your first guy here, Paul.
Yes.
The IRS agent. Isn't this your second time at doing this, Paul?
Yes, I first did this play back in 20 years ago, whatever that works out to be.
87.
1987, yes.
So as a freshman in high school?
No, actually not. I'd like to claim that. But there is a lot more of me now than there was then.
We saw the photos.
Yeah,
we saw the pictures.
We have evidence.
Yeah, and there's some things they do with me that they did with me last time that they can't do now because I'm just too damn heavy. But yeah, I've been involved in the barn for either 25 or 29 years, depending upon which child my wife was pregnant with when we joined. So
that's still an ongoing debate, huh?
Yeah.
Still an ongoing debate.
You should resolve that.
I'd lose. That's all there is to it. I've been involved in about 15, acted in probably about 15 to 18 plays, and been directly involved in the production of probably 60 to 80.
Wow.
Oh, Lord.
So,
do you do anything else besides this? I mean, do you have a job?
I have a job. In fact, I got off at 5:30 and drove straight here, and that's pretty much been my schedule for the last several weeks. We have this director who's a real slave driver.
Yeah.
And,
we noticed.
We can go off camera if you want. I mean,
We noticed. She tried to tell us how to do our job. We don't even work for her. We said, hey, this is our show.
I'm bossing and domineering.
I think that's a gender-specific problem.
This isn't Stephanie Radio.
Yeah, that's right.
Think of it. Well, great. Well, good to have you. Who else we got here, Steph?
This is our freshman, brand new to theater completely. This is Jeffrey, and he plays Jansen.
Jansen. Is he the guy with the tool belt and the beers and
Yes.
stuff? And did you have to work at coming up with this character? Or is this
It's a typecasting.
A little bit of both, and the process is still ever going. It's a process daily, consistently.
Is it weird drinking out of a bottle instead of a bag? That's why I...
Yeah.
Depends on the size of the bag.
Good. Nice meeting you. Who else do we have?
This is Sarah, and she plays the feisty Connie.
Feisty Connie.
Feisty Connie. I've never heard a Connie described as feisty. So what? Tell us a little bit about that role.
She's Leslie's girlfriend, who is, of course, quite shocked to see what has happened to Leslie in the course of trying to evade the IRS audit. And she's a little dim, or dense, you might say, but with a heart of gold. Very, very naive, but loves her Leslie and wants him to triumph over this unbelievable predicament he's in. So,
I've seen your picture in some publicity stills before. This isn't your first show, correct?
No.
How many have you done here?
Here at the barn, I think this is my third or fourth.
And you live around here?
I live in Carmel.
Live in Carmel. You drive all the way over here to do the practice / slave driving that Stephanie does?
I do, but when you love theater, you drive from wherever. I'm sure I'm not the furthest
That's
one.
a great statement.
I'm sure I don't drive the furthest.
Well, good. Well, good luck tonight. And who else do we have, Steph?
This is Susan, and she plays the mother, Vivian Trackman.
John.
Of John. And
Very
John's one of the
stoic
leads.
mother.
Oh. And how long have you been doing theater here at Mud Creek?
I've probably been a member of Mud Creek over 30 years, and my family kind of has been involved in it for a long time. I grew up in this area. But I've only done about 10 plays over the course of about 30 years, so I kind of come in and out.
And you just pick your own roles and just figure out what you want to do? Or?
Well, kind of. I've had
Depends on
3
your
girls,
schedule.
and it's kind of that kind of schedule, family schedule.
Yeah.
So everybody's gone and out of the house now, so I can do more.
I wish I could say the same.
Won't be that way for us for a
It'll
while.
happen.
You'll see me on the stage here in a few years.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay, and then we also have with us kind of the 3 leads of the show. Would that be a correct statement,
Yes.
Steph? And who do we have here?
This is Bob. He plays the infamous Leslie.
Excellent.
This is Melissa, and she plays Kate. Sort of both their girlfriend. And this is Mark, and he plays John.
Okay, so you got Kate and John, all right, and then Leslie.
Right.
And I understand you're kind of in a little triangle here. Is that correct?
Well, I am engaged to John, but there's a little doubt, I suppose, in Kate's mind as to whether or not John's really the guy for her, and she's been exploring possibilities with Leslie.
Exploring possibilities. I just haven't heard it put that way.
And an affair would be another way to put it.
Yeah, whatever.
Potato, potato.
And now, Leslie, you're Leslie in the show, right?
Correct.
Bob in real life. But is Leslie the character? Leslie does something to kind of defraud the IRS. Is that correct?
Well, actually, John does our taxes.
Okay.
A few years ago, he decided he could save us money by doing both of our taxes. We're kind of unemployed, hurting for money, and he figured he could save us some money. And the way he saves money is by listing us as a couple. And with the name Leslie, of course, it could work as a man or a woman. And unfortunately, the IRS figures this out and decides that things don't look right, so they're going to come and check on it. And it presents us with the predicament of having to show the IRS the husband and the wife.
Excellent. And so layered on top of all this, you've also got this kind of triangle going on, which I'm sure would upset even Mom or the girlfriend.
Right.
Connie, yeah.
Or poor Connie,
Yeah.
right?
But the poor IRS man, he finds out about the affair between me and John, imagining that these two are married, and he decides that he'd prefer to be having an affair with me as well.
Oh. So there's like a four-way.
There's another angle to this, yes. However, that one's unrequited. Kate is very forceful in her non-requitedness.
Excellent. That Kate, she's a real stand-up girl.
Used to be a lawyer.
Time on the couch.
I've never done so much blocking on a couch before yet.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, so you got to give us the premise of the show. Now, in addition to that, how much acting have you guys done? I mean, we've talked to these folks. Have you guys, this is your first time, second time, 10th time?
This is actually probably my 3rd show. I really have not done a lot. The only role that I've had close to this size was actually just this past spring. I was on stage with Sarah Wills in Father of the Bride.
Oh, wow.
I was cast as Kay Banks, the bride character in that one. And then kind of following on the heels of that, I have this here. So it's a pretty big role.
Right.
It's really neat.